Howdy folks, Just Like Mom's back again. Uh, Today I've been requested to show y'all my mama's, she called them corn dogs, where a lot of people call them pronto pups, but this is the old time making corn dogs. So first of all, I bought my wieners and oh guys, I wanted to give a shout out to Jules. She's another one of my little fans, and I forgot her the other day, and she's just as special as the rest of them. So just wanted to give her a howdy and a shout out. So anyway, back to my hot dogs. I'm gonna make corn dogs like my mama made them. They're boiling, and I'm going to drain them, and then I'm going to dry them off with paper towels, because you don't want your hot dogs wet. And Delmer's hurt his knee, so he's going to be limping around here a little bit to help me. But so we're going to drain these now, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, guys, Delmer drained them for me. I put them on paper towels, and I roll them around, and I get them all nice and dry. Don't need a lot of that. You don't want them wet. This is my cornmeal mix, right? What I made the other day for the oven. So this is the corn dogs that my mama made. Sorry I'm messy, but you put these in. Keep them hot, and woo, that is hot. So,
I need to see what it was.
oh,
She
well.
tried to grab the skillet.
They got talking. Anyway, now I'm going to roll cornbread up on this way. Back then, my mom didn't know to do it like my pronto pups, and we just loved these. But you got your cornbread on there, you put it on, and sometimes you might have to put a little bit more on. It's not going to look like a pronto pup that you go to a restaurant to get, or a fairgrounds. So this was for people's pronto pups. And we just loved them, and we ate them with potato soup, and that's what I've got on today. So, see how they are? Can you see down in there, Delmer?
Yep. Kind of. Biggest part of it I can see, the biggest part of it.
Okay, and you just flip them, round them the best you can, and you just flip them. Don't take no time to make them. Until they get golden brown. And what you do, you eat these with your potato soup, which I have made, and you guys know that I've got the recipe for potato soup in here, so I didn't go over that again either. This is just old time cooking, and my son loves them. My oldest son, he says he likes them better than the ones that taste store-bought. And as with the other ones, if you make too many of these, you can freeze them. You can heat them at a different time and heat them up in the microwave. It tastes good, but we like them fresh.
When I get done.
So,
Turn your fire up a little.
okay.
No, do whatever.
No.
Don't take my advice.
Well, I always do, and we always get into it, so
That's why I'm told you not to bother.
don't worry about it. So, a lot of times I get out the pulling rack, but as I said, Delmer's helps me a whole big bunch. He's down in the weather, so we're just going to use paper towels. We're doing old-fashioned day. We'll, and we'll be back in a minute and show them all to you. I get them all done.
So them those two there that you got done already?
Absolutely not. Do what I ask, please.
Sure.
Okay, guys, this is my story for today. I was thinking about it, and first of all, I'm going to tell you about Delmer. And since I told you his leg was all busted up, well, he got his knee in 1987 when we was all playing softball, and he was running around the bases, and it was my turn to bat next. And he's running around the bases, and I'm just love to bat, you know. So when he got on third base, my brother got the ball, and he was gonna, you know, try to get him out, and Delmer decided he was gonna get there first, and Delmer hit home plate, and it just took his knee, and it just crunched it up. And of course he went down, and of course, as I've told y'all before, you fall, you get hurt, I laugh. So I go over there and I said, "Are you hurt? Are you hurt?" He says, "My knee, on my knee," and he's grabbing it, and he's just, you know, how you moan around and you move and rock yourself and everything. So he says his knee. I said, "Well, get up." I said, "Let's see how you do." I said, "But don't put any weight on that leg." I said, "Let us help you get up." He says, "No, I can do it." And he jumps up and he stands up, and his leg's like a chicken, you know, his leg just broke. It's just like that. And he falls back down again. Well, then I'm just cracking up because I'm thinking, you'll learn to listen one of these days, but to tell you the truth, he hasn't learned to listen yet. So, am I telling the truth or not, Delmer? Delmer?
Yes.
Okay, see? So I said, "Delmer, don't get up." And he says, "Oh, I can do it, I can do it." And I was telling everybody's standing around him, and I'm laughing. And finally, you know, gets up again, and he falls, and that leg's just like a chicken's leg broke. And I said, "Hey, you're just repeating the same thing over and over, Delmer. It's not going to hold your weight." And I'm laughing in between, and he goes to rolling around and crying, you know, not really crying, but whining and everything. And my brother comes over there, and I'm just laughing, and he gets mad at me because he can see how much pain Delmer's in. And so he says, "You get on that side and you help me get him up, and we're going to take him to the hospital." I said, "Oh, no, we're not taking him to the hospital. I got a bat." Well, that made him mad. Madder, I guess is what I'd say. But I put him in that dugout. I said, "Listen, they ain't going to do emergency surgery. It's his knee. They're not going to do it." And I said, "I've seen it. I know what happened to it." I said, "He's messed up his meniscus." And anyway, so I bat, but no, everybody just lets me run the bases because they just want me to, you know, I'm the biggest kid in out of everybody. So they let me bat, and then we went to the hospital, and it was about 3 days before they done surgery on him. So, but everybody to this day talks about, you know, me laughing at him, and but I can't keep him down. He's too big for me. So, and then I'm going to tell one more story, and it's about Ibby. Ibby was forevermore sneaking around and getting in cars. If he heard you was going to go someplace and he wanted to go, he'd just sneak in the car and lay down or whatever. And he would get in my mom and dad's truck, and they was going fishing, and they'd try to sneak out there without him because he loved to fish and go with them. And they'd sneak and get in that truck, and they'd get almost to Greenbow or at Greenbow, and he'd pop up and say, "Where are we going today to fish?" And so, you know, they'd just finally they gave up and just started calling him and saying, we're going fishing, get over here. So, but one day I got mad at all of them. And I told him, I said, I'm leaving and I'm not going to be back till I get calmed down. I said, you're all acting awful. And, you know, so I go brush my hair and everything, and I get my purse, and I go get in the car, and I said, I'll be back when I get calmed down. You all clean up this mess, and I'll see you when I get back. So I get up the road, and you know how you just feel someone looking at you and stuff? And I start paying attention. I'm about 3 blocks from the house, and I heard a rustling. It just made the hair on my neck rise, and because it was dark. And I thought, do you think somebody was in this car? And I didn't know it. And so I'm listening and I'm driving, and I hear a little rustle again, and I'm just getting so tense because I can feel. So I finally get up the nerves, and I look in my mirror, and I see this form of a person. And about that time, Ibby says, so, where are we going? Well, I let out the god-awful scream ever was, and slam on the brakes. And good thing he was leaning on the car seat because it would have threw him. And so anyway, I said, we're not going anyplace. And we went home, and I fussed at him. But believe me, when I was upset and I wanted time alone, I just took a walk. I didn't ever get back in that car again because he weaned me on that one. Well, get back to the corn dogs. Well, guys, I decided to take Delmer's advice. I'm going to do these before I put the other ones on. And then I'll, so, see how I'm tilting these? Have I got another one in there?
In your mix.
Well, yeah, I know that.
You got 5 more? Never mind.
Okay. May have to put more cornbread in here. See, that one came out real messy. Didn't say these look pretty, but I say they're good. Okay, turn it off, Dad. We're going to do the rest of them, and then I'll be back.
You're back on.
Okay, guys, see this one? This is what I do. I tilt it to make sure the sides gets good and brown, the cornmeal. And, of course, we had to pour more cornbread in this from this. So, to be able to I'm just going to put all 3 in here. So here, honey, you get rid of that. You have to give yourself room to flip these. And then I just tilt them and let them cook. And then we're going to get soup and eat. And I'll show you this. So, and we use mustard on these, guys. So this will give you a variety of the ones that you want to do. You think those are done enough? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you... Delmer's eating, that's what's wrong. Is it off?
You know I'm putting him in, by the way.
Do what?
So you're on TV.
Why? Well, I wasn't
Putting these
supposed
in.
to be on, but I am. Listen, we can't ever get this right. We ain't never gonna get it right. Sorry about that, guys. But I feel like I'm always competing against Elmer, and I don't want to be. But he's not to know that he won't do for me. But you can tell we've just been married probably way too long. But I don't recommend anything else but marriage. So. Trying to rush. Okay, we'll be back in a minute.
Alright, here's the corn dogs, the way they look after they've been fried and set on the plate to dry.